G'day, everyone, and welcome to episode 15 of our live show, Wormhole Extremists. I'm David. I'm with Yvie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
How you guys doing?
Good. You stole my opening line of "G'day."
I did.
Yeah, you did just nick that, didn't you?
I was like, oh no, I'm going to have to just default to hello.
I always just say hello like a non-normal person. I have to go hello. Like I can't
Yeah,
just
so
say
do
hello.
I.
Well, usually you go greetings. So at some point during the show,
Mixing it up.
you have 3 greetings. You have this one, you have the first episode, and you have the second episode. So
Oh,
you gotta
then there's
mix it up.
Evie's goodbye, which is like see you around like a Stargate, which I
you
like.
around like a
I
Stargate.
can't do that. That's
I
something
couldn't
that I
with a
can't
straight
do.
face.
No, neither could
No,
I. Evie can do it. I
no.
can't. So.
You've got to do it with this face.
Yeah, so you see your face. You got the right kind of face. You know, you're so sweet and lovable. So yeah, it works.
That's funny.
Oh,
All right,
man.
so we have episode Stargate SG-1 episodes 201 and 202 today. The Serpent's Lair and In
Yes,
the Line of
I
Duty.
know.
2 great hours of television.
Yeah.
Agreed.
And Adam has designed some very interesting artwork this week for these. Let's pull up the first one, the Serpent's Lair.
Oh, let's have a look.
Let's pull out my face.
Oh,
Triangles
Oh my
exploding
God.
in space. Yeah.
yes, it is triangles exploding in space.
It looks like Gallagher went wrong or something, you know? Like
It's
I love
really
that. That's
cool,
great.
though.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
He's gone for like a video game kind of style
Yeah.
with this. I really like it.
Yeah, he showed me like a little preview of this one. It wasn't quite to this standard, but to get the world down the bottom there, he basically just in-painted it like in the most basic way possible, and the program filled in the blanks.
There we go.
So it really just looked like a child's drawing
Of
a
the
word.
Earth.
Yeah, to
Hey,
start with.
that would have been an extra character quirk, you know. Maybe Jack went and sketched the recap after his mission, and just
That
he
would
would
be
have done it
fun.
like
Yes,
a child. So.
Yes, on his like briefing notes. He
Yeah,
would have done that
100%,
for sure.
100%.
Like a little, a little caricature down the bottom.
But this,
yeah, that's what it
I
looked
love
like,
this.
but
This explosion
what
in
it
space.
became.
I like all the triangles. Something about it is just
Yeah, like I don't know if the gold were some kind of different alien species, you know, that had
Yeah.
approached their pyramid ships a different way, you know. At first I thought it was one pyramid ship breaking into 2 and then just kind of explode. I mean, you can take it a number of different. I really like it.
Actually, that's how I read it, but no, I think it is 2 separate ships colliding.
As is the episode. So let's move on to In the Line of Duty.
Oh,
It took me a minute
that's awesome.
to figure out that
I was-
all the stained glass is a snake.
Yeah, is there a tiny
Yes.
little pink like worm there? That's the Gould.
little tongue.
No, it's the
that's
tongue.
hilarious. Oh, is it?
Yep, I thought it was the snake as
is.
well. It's the
So
tongue
the
of
really-
the snake,
yeah,
and
it's
all the
the
stained glass
snake.
is the snake.
Wow, that's really cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
She looks
I actually
terrifying.
really like.
Yeah,
I like that style though. She almost looks like a vampire or something.
And I
exactly
love
right.
me some vampires. So yes.
Yeah, it's like the really ashen skin.
They're right
but,
up there with fishmen.
God.
Oh, okay. Second only to fishmen. I
For
see.
sure. For sure.
This is really inspired. So he did a great
I really,
job.
I
That's really
really,
cool.
I like both of them. That what I like is that every time we do these, every single one is always so different.
Right, exactly.
So
Yeah.
Well
he's
done,
put
Adam.
A lot of thought and a lot of time and effort into them.
This is
Very cool.
our second season. We've not done 2 years before. So this is a big
and we
deal
did our
for
first
me.
movie the other day.
We did. That's right. What did you guys
did.
feel about how that went down?
I liked the new people and I liked the old people. I liked that we had a good vibe with everybody, and I thought the movie was great. And Evie had some great reactions. Evie,
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I've gone back and rewatched some of our commentary, and I think we did pretty well.
Do you think that you fretted too much over it?
Oh, for sure. That's how I live my life.
I still have
God.
them on my desk. Look how cute he is.
Oh,
Oh,
I overthink
geez.
everything.
Well, no, I
My
mean,
mind operates.
There
So
is.
I wouldn't necessarily say that it is kind of overthinking, but it's not like, you know, you don't like horror, and
No.
it's I can certainly understand the
Hesitation?
the hesitation. It's like, you
Yeah.
know what? I don't know how much I trust these people. Are they going to lead me astray? So
I think I definitely didn't help because I sent a bunch of clips of like how the alien works in the game, and Evie was like, "This doesn't make me
Yeah,
feel
you
better,"
did.
and I'm just
Oh.
like,
Yeah,
"Look,
you did.
look," and it's like, "But this
Yeah.
is worse than what the movie is," you know?
Oh no.
'Cause-
Yes.
So
Yeah, when you press it with something
it's
like
really
that,
funny
it just
though.
doesn't go
Really,
down well.
I'm not gonna lie though,
my head.
it filled me with such joy when I like could see you panic, like texting, like how concerned you were, and I'm like, ha 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 ha, you know.
Ah.
I was a bit
so
evil.
mean.
I know, it was really funny.
Well, it was a good show, and I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it's
I'm
fun.
glad, frankly, that we had a break from Stargate to explore something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was interesting because once we got to the hour and 30-minute mark, I started getting antsy. Like I started physically getting like, okay,
Same. I started like tapping my foot.
Right.
I thought
Really,
it was just
like,
me.
I wasn't scared. I was just a bit stressed for everybody, and I just kept tapping my feet, and I just kept. Oh, that doesn't sound good. I just kept tapping my feet.
I honestly
and
thought it
couldn't
was just
stop.
me. I was getting fidgety, like I was.
No, you're
We
good.
were running
like-
longer than our runtime, and
Yeah.
it was like, it's time to start moving and doing maybe something else. You know, not like I'm
Well-
bored of this, but also like my body is saying, you got to get up. So
I had to go straight back to work afterwards.
Oh.
I didn't get to have my 4-hour nap, which is what I
right.
usually do after this show. So it was a long day for me.
but was it worth it?
Yes.
There you go.
I like that we did something different because we were able to talk a bit about something else, but also additionally, actually no, but more video game talk as well, which is really nice because there are gamers in the chat and it's nice to branch out. But also,
Correct. We talked a lot about the game.
Yeah, because the game's amazing. Everyone go play it. but it was just really nice to be able to. We had so many moments where we just didn't talk because we were like, wow, because the movie's just like, so.
That's it. You guys ready to dig into season 2?
I'm excited.
Yeah,
I'm very excited as well.
Certainly am.
I have opinions, like season 2 is probably my least favorite season of all of Stargate, I think.
I don't know about that. I'm just trying to think whether season 3 is worse.
I prefer season 3 because I feel like overall, I think that overall season 3 is better. As in like an average. There aren't any amazing episodes. They're all just really decent. While like season 2 has a lot of stinkies and then a few really good redeeming ones. So it's like,
Yeah. I actually don't mind parts of season 2.
I've never considered season 2 a bad year.
I consider it like the worst year for me.
Really? Season 6 for me is probably my weakest season personally.
I thought that as well for a long time until I experienced until I rewatched it recently. And I
You
was
also
like,
experienced
oh.
season 2 pretty late, didn't you?
Yes, however, I experienced season 2 and 6 around a similar time.
Okay.
Like not far off each other. And I remember just the other day I was talking to Jeff Golker about it. Rita Charlie. And when I was doing that, he was like, this is like actually really bad. And I'm like, yeah, a lot of season 2 is not great. And then I was like, I used to hate
Is that
season
not
6.
his season?
Actually, it's really good. It is his season.
That's true.
It was
has
really
to
funny.
view it
talking about
differently. Yeah, I would have thought he'd had a different view.
I think he enjoyed his episode, but he, you can't just sit there and go, oh yeah, I like my episode, but all the other episodes are also good.
Why not?
They can be crap too, like whatever. Like it's whatever. I enjoy Jeff's episode and I enjoy season 2, but I don't enjoy as much others. So.
Well, let's sink our teeth into this one and get ourselves tied in with the Serpent's Lair. If you're rewatching with us, be sure to have your copy. Our episode is 44 minutes and 14 seconds long, and the counter will reset once we get started. But you guys ready to go?
Yep.
Indeed.
All right, let's go ahead and restart, get into the Serpent's Lair and tune in with our audience here at 5, 4, 3. Welcome to Season 2 of the Wormhole Extremists and our first previously on. My name is David. I'm with Nicole.
Hello.
And Yvie.
Hello.
And we are watching The Serpent's Lair, episode
Indeed
201.
are.
Our first next follow-up season.
Yeah, our
So-
first
Yep.
on SG-1 by Christopher Judge.
I
And,
am big excited.
Well,
Excited.
little side note, fun fact, and I know exactly what Nicole's going to say after this. This episode came out the day after my 13th birthday, which is the 26th of June, 98.
All right.
Oh no. No, you don't know what I'm going to say because I say nothing.
And how many months old were you, Nicole?
So what did you say it was?
26th of June.
26th of June. I was 5 months and like a week old. So
Thought we'd just get that out there right now.
There you go.
Mm-hmm. This is a really funny start.
It's the Earth.
Yeah, we're a little closer to home.
I love the way that he's about to say this line with how long they have. This is brilliant chemistry.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time. Gotta sacrifice ourselves. Perhaps the first attempt of SG-1 to sacrifice themselves for the people of the Earth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the loss of 4 Earth lives versus,
Billions
of people.
Yep. Let me do the math on that.
This whole I know that death is coming, but the chemistry here, it's quite funny that Daniel slaps a C4 on there, this comment coming up, and just a lot of the dialogue in this whole scene is really funny and charming.
Something profound.
Charming.
Right? Nothing's going to come to mind.
Yeah, it's a great line.
He's so fast to just quit. He's like, yeah, nah.
Uh-oh.
See?
Oh,
you
we're
can't
adding
do it.
another ship to the mix.
Nope.
Well, this is I'm excited.
Yeah,
Quite
we
funny.
need another plan, guys.
Oh, here's the timer bit.
Just a minute.
Honestly, it's just
a lot of
This is a
damage
great
could be
way.
done in 24 hours.
yeah.
Well, they essentially have to stay alive for 24 hours to make sure that the C4 isn't intercepted.
This
Yeah.
is true.
SG-1 has a lot of chemistry, and I think this is one of my favorite early day moments between all 4 of them.
Yep.
It's a great way to just start season 2. If you're watching for the first time, back when TV was just TV and you couldn't just rewatch stuff on Netflix all day, you would have just tuned in and been like, oh wow, this is kind of funny. Look at that. Look how well they're banterous with each other. It's great.
The banter is very bantery.
Yeah.
Very bantery. What was I going to say? Apparently, this season 2, is the only season where all 5 main characters, including Hammond, appear in each and every episode.
Yeah, wow, that doesn't surprise me.
That's kind of cool.
Including Hammond, so he's in all
apparently,
of them. Okay.
Yeah, in all of them, yeah.
That's really nice.
And I think in Sky's top 10 Stargate episodes, this was voted number 10.
Really?
Apparently, yeah.
What?
You're as in Sky the channel?
I think so.
Is it UK Sky?
I think so.
Yeah.
I need to.
Is there any other?
Use my crap. No.
Well, I don't know. I don't know when the vote occurred. It may have occurred.
I think they need to update their votes
after season 2 or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's out of date by the sounds of it.
So this is written by the great Brad Wright. And directed by Jonathan Glassner. The last episode he directed out of 2. The first was The Torment of Tantalus. Can
I just say that it's great they just use the corridor?
Yeah, just put a fence up.
Put a big fence.
Yeah.
Yes. It's the same corridor that they just copied and pasted and kept just doing
but
over
it's a
and over
different
again.
Fence.
But they just put the fence up in order to make it look a bit different.
Yeah.
I love.
They're now in prison in the corridor.
Yep.
Oh, this is where Carter bites Jack.
Yes.
Yes.
They can't see.
Yeah. Very exciting moment for me as a shipper.
Do they deal with this side effect of the grenades at any other point where you're like temporarily blinded?
I
I
don't
think every other time they
believe
just look
so.
away.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, we're seeing Tony Amendola again in this episode. Isn't that
Correct.
so exciting?
Don't spoil it
Indeed.
for everyone who's already seen it.
I just saw his name and I went, oh yeah, Braytac.
Yeah, the gang's back together, guys.
Braytac and Jacob are just the dads of SG-1.
They are.
And Hammond as well, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, Jacob and Braytac are always like in there on the missions. Daniel's PTSD from There But for the Grace of God.
Exactly. Now it's coming
Yeah,
to happen.
exactly.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm just stuck on the fact that Teal'c knows that he's blind when I would think that, you know, I'm just in a really dark room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I'm
he
not
knows
sure
the
where my head would
technology,
go.
so
Yeah, I'd be panicking for sure.
my sight returns. There we go.
No, don't do that.
Great
Poor
line.
Braytac.
Well, Jack should just be grateful that he's wearing some like of those fingerless gloves.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise,
Yeah, she bit
Carter
like
would
the
have taken
side.
out a bigger chunk of his hand.
Yeah.
See, they were going to bring him back for the premiere all
Mhm.
along. But he might have died again. So,
That's a rough day.
yep.
2 deaths in one day.
Oh boy.
Get scolded.
I always thought that Braytac was retired. But I guess not.
Yeah.
You know?
Maybe this was like his last mission before retirement.
He killed that guy.
I swear they have a conversation. Yeah. I swear they have a chat at some point about like him being reinstated or like being, you know, given a big position here after getting basically bunched to the side by Teal'c when Teal'c became First Prime.
Yeah.
I think he gets like a ceremonial position.
Which makes sense given that they're going to triumph over their biggest enemy. Or so they think.
Oh, Samuels, what a creep.
Glass half empty over here.
Is it Robert Wisden? I think it's Robert Wisden. I need to have him on.
That
I
would
think
be
it is
cool.
Robert Wisden, yes.
He's in
I
what,
like him a
3?
lot.
Is it 3 episodes? 4 episodes?
He's in a
And
few.
he did Battlestar Galactica as well, so, you know, extra praise there.
I know that this is technically his last episode kind of in this dimension, if that makes sense.
Right, because he comes back in season 8.
Yeah, in Mobius, yeah.
Correct. Robert Wisden. Yeah.
I'm sorry, does he?
Yeah. And
Yes.
It's blown my mind. I don't remember this.
Yep. And this is, I think, the only time we really see our Hammond in his BDUs.
Ugh, I have
He's
issues.
so annoying.
Yes, but not because of you.
Yeah. Shut up. You will not be remembered in the history books. And neither will
Stock
SG-1
footage.
until they get, you know.
Yeah, I was going to
released.
say
Yeah.
it's stock footage from the film.
It is great how much stock footage Stargate can use because, you know, it's saving money.
Just reuse, yeah, it's reuse, recycle.
Yeah, I think these are our first rings since the pilot.
Yeah.
You might be right about that.
Yep.
I was missing the rings. We don't see them enough.
They
I'll
got a
start
really.
seeing 'em a
Did you
lot.
notice the tight shot on the rings when he materialized, so that they don't have to? They can just do the rings, Braytac, and then the background. They don't have to like insert in the wider shot. It's a much easier trick when it's tight in and the rings take up one end of the screen to the other. Like that shot is so much easier than a wider shot.
Sure.
I love how that
we
look
suck.
improves as we move forward with visual effects.
The we suck comment was about them being like, why are they attacking us? And it's just like, we got nothing. What is it? Shuttles. And these shuttles. Formidable craft.
Formidable
No.
craft. Yeah, someone's already brought it up in the chat.
Oh, it's so good.
Ray Wood, save us, NASA.
Yeah, good luck. Gene Diada says Braytac does explain how he got back in either this
Really?
episode or the next. That's what I thought. Yeah, I feel like he does a
Oh,
brief,
okay.
like, hey, do you know like how hard it was for me to get in here kind of thing?
Notice
I
that
don't know.
Naquita is spelled differently.
Yep, N-A-Q-A-D-A-H.
That don't mean squat.
Do you think that was a goof, or they just decided to change the
Well, it
spelling?
had never been spelled on screen before, so it was all new. So nice computer graphic. Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Except you don't account for their shields.
Yeah, exactly.
Dum-dum.
Because I was going to say, like, the key to Samuel's plan is stealth, you know, and it's supposed to be undetectable. But he doesn't really account for the visible heat trail, which is bright enough to see with the naked eye.
This is 1998. Have they not seen all these classic sci-fis where they're like, oh, the shields are down, you know, like that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's
But like, and also, like, why would Samuels assume that the ghouls haven't mastered something sort of relatively simple like radars to detect?
But that's the thing,
like
you know,
an incoming
there's
missile.
just
I think
assumptions.
it's Earth arrogance, isn't it?
Yeah, well,
Kenzie
they
did the same thing in
literally
politics.
Yeah, I mean, they literally use like complex FTL drives to travel across the galaxy. So why wouldn't they have radars and shields?
Because human arrogance.
Yeah.
Boy, here we go.
I'm excited.
It's Braytax Alfred Hitchcock moment.
Love that very sort of imposing looking shadow.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
And then it's just old mate Braytac.
Bay.
Oh.
Jeez.
We didn't count on you.
See, there we go.
To join his campaign.
You've
okay,
ruined his
very
plan.
good. Ah.
I know that he like has a go at everyone about like interfering with his plans and stuff, but he was hoping that like Earth ships would get involved and that was going to be part of his plan a little bit.
Yeah,
and it's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I
wouldn't count on it.
Yeah. Goodness. Now we needed to interfere.
Yes.
You may
Ruined
have,
his
but
grand plan.
we get it. But let's come up with one that saves your life. Enough human.
It's funny, like this is their second big interaction with each other, so I feel like there isn't that level of mutual respect there yet. You know, I feel like Braytac doesn't ever talk to SG-1 like this, really, you know, down the line. He's way kinder with his language, which goes to show SG-1 has proved themselves in Master Braytac's eyes.
Yeah, I think they've gone some of the way, but not all the way just yet.
Now we have 6 hours left.
Oh, just shut up, Samuels.
Amazingly.
Ugh.
I'll punch him.
Oh, the face.
His smug face.
God.
I want to punch him so badly.
He'll get put into his place eventually.
Oh, they saw SG-1 getting captured.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I love that moment.
Hello, Gary. Yes, Tony Amendola was in Jedi Fallen Order. He was great. He was a Jedi
Phenomenal
master.
game.
Jed Ted brought that up. Can't wait for the next one.
Is in April. It got delayed by a month, so
I thought it's to April. I thought it was in May. Okay.
No, April's still not far.
I might be a liar. It might be May.
Something's coming out in May. I can't think of what it is, but something's coming out in May.
Find it out, please.
I know that Kerbal Space Program comes out next week. I think at the end of the month.
Yeah,
I know Apple's very excited about Kerbal.
Oh, okay.
Kerbal Space Program.
Interesting.
A lot of good space
Alpha
games at the moment. Like damn, Ben, zoom and enhance. I love
Mentioned
whenever
something about
like
saving the world.
TV
Something.
does a zoom thing, right? And sometimes it zooms in like way too HD for the technology of the time. But this one felt really realistic.
Yeah.
Yvie, do you have the goofs for this episode? Because we're about
I have
to
some.
reach one.
Yeah, I know that there's one at the 19-minute mark.
Yeah. I think
at
that's
19
the script.
minutes, you can see the script lying on the sarcophagus.
Yep.
On,
You're
Cor-El's
kidding.
ship,
Nope.
behind Tilk and Braytek in the background.
It's probably Rick's. So
We're going to blame Rick for everything.
he will rise again. The sarcophagus. Hello. Yep.
But be grateful. Now he's alive and long enough to have a chance to bring Skara back. So quit your bitching.
And that's how Daniel restored him, was restored, and how Skara was restored. You put that in them in that thing to bring them back.
Yeah. I do have questions about the sarcophagus.
The shuttles.
I'll leave that till later.
They're formidable craft. This is probably my favorite line from the episode. Oh, yeah. We're in trouble. We've got a bad day happening.
Confirmation from Ted. Jedi Survivor was delayed to April 28th. I was right. A month and 10 days. Whoop, whoop.
Hey, if it's going to make a more quality game, I'm all for it. This is one of Hammond's best speeches.
He's standing way too close to that gate, though. It's a really cool shot.
Yeah, but he's ignoring the keep clear signs.
That's what bugs me.
Yeah, but it's for the camera, guys.
Yeah, it's for the drama.
Blame Jonathan Glassner.
So the Alpha Site glyphs also match up the alternate reality Alpha Site glyphs in the.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that isn't the reason, because of the fact that Daniel, that's how he uses it to get off the planet later on. The Beta Site and the Alpha Site in both realities are the same.
Lucky.
Gate. Yeah.
Alpha Site. I wonder if they brought them home or if they just kept them there to continue the Alpha Site. I guess they did prevail, so they brought them home.
Yeah. But imagine the stress of the people like on the Alpha Site just being like, oh no, everything's gone.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Just a moment to quickly appreciate that shot of Hammond with the gate opening in the background. That was pretty fantastic.
It's phenomenal. He ignored all the safety hazards, but yeah.
Is the sarcophagus fixed his
note
shirt?
that it fixed. I was literally going to say that.
I hate when it does that.
It actually sewed. I was reading something. It probably doesn't so much go for this particular instance, but at the very end with Daniel, the same thing happens. It sort of repairs his shirt.
I was literally about to bring that up. Yeah.
Someone on Reddit theorized that the sarcophagus repairs organic matter, so perhaps his clothes were made of natural fibers.
There's the script. There's the script on the right.
Yes!
Oh god damn it! That's so bad.
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
I blame RDA.
Yeah, I think it is his, because he's closest
He's leaning
to
on
it
the bulkhead. Yeah.
Yeah.
He probably just hoped he'd threw it out of frame. I feel really bad for these two Jafar warriors who are really young.
They're just expendable.
That he's brought in. Yeah. You're not gonna make it.
And maybe a shuttle.
Lockwatcher just altered Hammond's speech for us, saying, "We have the Alpha Site. If we don't prevail, many of you, except for Samuels, will be going there."
Yeah. So apparently this quote here is a reference to George S. Patton. So the quote, there's a word in there I won't use, but it's like, no dumb person ever won a war by going out and dying for his country. He won it by making some other dumb person die for his country.
Wow.
Yeah. Damn. Well,
there's holes on the sides of this thing that allow the the panels
The
to be
heat.
raised.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a whole process. That thing was heavy, let me tell you. That whole console.
It looks
I sold
heavy.
it. So.
His smug face.
Stock
you know what,
footage.
right? I kind of wanted his plan to succeed. However, watching it fail brings me such joy.
So I'm sort of a little bit confused. Is this a nuclear or non-nuclear warhead?
I think it's
Isn't
a
it a nuclear with a
enhanced nuclear
Naquadah
warhead.
thing slapped on it? Yeah.
It is nuclear? Okay.
Yeah.
Because like when Hammond's talking to the president, he mentions an EM pulse, but someone online said there wouldn't be one if it was non-nuclear.
Yeah, I think it's nuclear for sure.
Yeah, keep sending them. I'm surprised they don't have the Earthgate blocked. I'm really surprised that they're not blocking it from like Chulak in a coordinated attack.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
That's what was happening in the alternate reality.
I was gonna say, aren't they about to block it by proximity?
It should be already.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh. 4C. It's called C4. Also no.
Oh, it's a reference to the first time they met.
Correct.
So cute.
The bridge is too well guarded.
It's so good. I think that's one of the first times I actually learned that cliche.
Oh, really? You hadn't heard it before?
No, I think that's when I first started using it.
Okay.
So
a couple of Jack's comments over the years taught me new things. So
yeah.
Better, stronger, faster. I'd never heard that before until he said it, and for years I didn't know it was a $6 Million Man reference. All right, here we go. Those are pretty obvious to me.
Oh, I love this moment. Look, Scar's like fighting.
Him.
Really fighting it.
Look at his face.
He's like the panic.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he can't.
It.
I'm trying to put the shield up.
This is not my son.
It's like, oh, my son is weak. The human inside is succeeding.
Question about Goa'uld's biology. So this was posted on Gateworld under the episode analysis. So if Chlorel is Apophis's biological son, did Apophis provide a human sample to fertilize the queen?
Yes. So the Apophis's gold fertilizes the queen. So.
Ha ha. Wuss.
Those explosions would have been bright, and they would have lasted for a while.
Hogwarts says incoming wormholes are prioritized to the gate on the ship because of the DHD being hooked up, but that doesn't stop the SGC gate from being able to dial out.
Good point.
No, but also I'm just like, why haven't they dialed the gate in order to prevent them by superseding its connection?
That's what I don't get.
Yeah.
I guess because they want to give Apophis, an out if the mission goes bad. So because that's how they escape just a few minutes before Daniel does.
Yeah.
So they escape through the Stargate.
It was a very agile role.
From probably not Richard Dean Anderson.
Oh no, of course not.
Dan Shay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Dan Shay.
There, he mentions the EMP.
Yep.
Okay.
I was about to say, yeah, there's the thing you mentioned.
See, if you are at DEF CON 1, your neighbors are going to know you're at DEF CON 1.
Yes.
So I don't get how are they explaining? So this is the shot that they used over at the end of the episode, because they already have the.
I did always wonder why that end shot looked so funny, and so it's nice that last episode we discussed, and that they just reused it, which is why it always looks a little bit off.
Yeah, I think they speed it up or something. The footage, don't they?
God, I really hate that arrogance. Like, you're my son, you're strong enough. It's like, but what if he's not? He just needs daddy's help. Like, give him a textbook and let's sit down and talk about, the mind strength of a ghoul suppressing humans,
Well, and then also Apophis has been inside his host, assumably for a very, very long time.
So his host is weak as hell, basically gone now.
Exactly, yeah. Like, maybe he's just worn him down over time, whereas Chlorel is Chlorel and Skara are relatively new.
Yeah. Observe and learn. I just want to say, right, this trick that Braytak's saying observe and learn about, it's only working because Braytak is like, a Jafar.
Yeah.
If it was anybody else,
because these guys trust him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
They're like his men, so to speak.
It's like, what do you want me to learn? Like, I'm just
how to betray people who know you well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it tastes bitter, doesn't it? Bitter.
Oh, Major Castleman.
Damn. No, let's not do this,
disheveled he looks all of a sudden.
Resting Samuels.
The coordinates are now here.
Like unwittingly using the same plan that Jack did in
which is what's so funny and ironic. What I love is that this Hammond is saying, what is the point of wiping out the people of Chulak?
Exactly.
They're innocent. And it's like, we needed that energy in the alternate reality in order to give them a chance.
Mm-hmm.
The Outsiders for the best and brightest, my dude. You shut up.
Yeah, you're clearly not either one of those.
Oh, he actually says it as well. I felt like I subconsciously knew that, which is why I said it. Damn.
Oh, I love that. I love that really
sight.
quick, like, look up and down. Just disgusted.
Raywood just said Samuels is the kind of guy on a sinking ship that would put on a wig and sneak out on the lifeboat first.
Yeah.
So like, he dress up as a woman just to get off on the Titanic.
I have a child.
Yes.
I have a child. She's all I have in the world.
Yeah. And Ben's reminding us there is an episode where Apophis' host does speak. Yeah, in this season, yeah.
Siburi.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
But the host is so gone by that point. Like, he is a husk of whatever he used to be, which is what we mean.
Living in a nightmare for centuries.
He's just weak he can't fight Apophis anymore, which is what we were trying to explain.
That would have happened to Skara eventually.
Yeah, it would just take a long time.
After thousands of years, yeah.
Let's go. Oh, he said he can't.
Here it happens.
Oh! The disrespect on Chlorel. Like, he's just getting roasted. Like, his dad hates him. He's disappointed. SG-1 messed him up. Braytak's now insulting him. It's great. Look, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you leave like the nerd who knows the least about
the
weapons
least
behind?
like the guy with the least
defend the
military
room.
experience?
Yeah,
because we have to get a little bit more Act 3 drama.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, right though. Like Daniel's a snack, and seeing him just pew pew defending SG-1 is like, yeah, look at him
double
go.
weapons.
Yeah,
very kick-ass. Oh, mortally wounded, guys.
You left him alone. What did you expect?
I know.
I mean, he Indiana Jonesed it for as long as he could with the dual weapons, but
I love
it's
that.
Like you're going back into the sarcophagus, dude.
The ship's about to go, though. So
yeah, he doesn't even know if they're gonna make it.
Yeah,
I love the way that the men of SG-1 always like touching each other's cheeks in moments of like reassurance.
Yeah.
It's just really nice to have that kind of like, you know, mutual kind of love.
Well,
Non-romantic
kind
love.
of no,
it's platonic love.
Yeah, platonic love. Yeah.
Brothers in arms love.
In Lost City, you know, when Jack can't speak, Teal'c's talking to him, and he does the same thing to Teal'c, and I'm just like, wow,
he does.
It's a really sweet moment.
But you know, he's got to think about the outcome of the overall mission, not one individual person.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you see Daniel already on the move, slugging it into the room. Haha.
How dare you betray me?
Suck it.
You know.
You know, he should have known better. Like, Braytak is the one that trained Teal'c, and then Teal'c betrayed him, so he should have really been more suspicious. Apophis is way too arrogant.
This really is one of Braytak's finest hours.
Isn't it? It's just absolute hero constantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he one-upped Apophis and Chlorel and saved SG-1, and now he's helping save Earth. Like, what a bro.
6 minutes, like 10 minutes for Daniel to heal. I mean, that's...
Yeah, so my question was...
That's like, fast.
Like, presumably, Chlorel was in the sarcophagus also
much
for
longer.
A mortal wound for much
well,
longer.
Well, Daniel's isn't mortal yet, I guess.
He's not dead yet.
Maybe
true.
That's it.
Maybe there's a dial in there that can increase the velocity of your baking time.
Baking time?
Maybe Daniel come back just a little bit burnt from that.
Yeah, like, is the length of time... like, I assume it's like proportional to how serious your injuries are.
I suspect, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think funny. Somewhere
cool shot.
Bows of the ship.
That's the way he talks about climbing down so far. I remember when I watched this as a kid, I was like, wow, this episode's gonna go on forever, and then he's like, nah.
We have like 5 minutes now.
Yeah, problem solved.
Exactly. It's like Mayborn with the fishing. Not Mayborn. yeah, Mayborn with the fishing. Just like C4 is just quickest. Oh, you know, grenades.
It does a bit of damage though, you know. I've tried to do that to fish in games. I was playing Far Cry. I was like, I'll catch fish faster like this. Nah, you can't get fish from that because they're too burnt to a crisp.
Now
the ones closest to the explosion would be.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that O'Neill has to come up with the idea of using the glider bays to 2 glider pilots.
Yeah, yes, I find it really funny that in all these situations, Braytak's go-to is always, okay, now we die. You know, like he does it in season 10, and then Cameron has to kind of be like, chill out, bro, and he gives him a beacon for the Asgard beams.
He's just ready to make that noble sacrifice.
He is so ready.
He never has to.
Maybe he knows that if he says it, like someone will come up with a better idea to like fix it. You know, like he's jinxing it on purpose.
Yeah.
He's like, now we die.
Every morning, like, this is the day I die. Just every morning, just wakes up ready to make that sacrifice.
And every day, SG-1 comes in and goes, nah, better idea.
Now this is a grenade.
Yeah. Now this is pod racing. I don't know why. Don't look at it, guys. You know what that is. Come on.
All right. That whole room, that little thing. Yeah, it cleared the whole room.
Yeah, like...
Yeah. That's why I was like, surely one of them in the back would have a bit of a reaction time to be able to turn or cover his eyes.
Yeah.
They get a lot of mileage out of these few sets, let me tell you.
Yeah, they've done a really good job. He threw it, and now we don't hear it.
Right. Well, it goes far down.
I saw some behind the scenes photos of how they filmed some of these shots in the ship, and
I can't imagine how
it kind of ruined it for me a little bit.
Very cool.
This is a really nice shot.
The ships?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look. His clothes are all repaired.
Yeah, very silly.
Get out of there, yo. No time to
yeet.
There you go.
So apparently between this time and the time he gets off the ship is only 6 minutes.
Exactly. And you have to just Apophis and Chloral still have to get out of there too.
Yeah.
So. They probably got out there first.
Yeah, but they're not there yet.
Yeah, God.
Lockwatcher, the grenade always looks like it reminds him of a magic 8-ball with lines in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much time dost I have? Ooh, better. Get going.
1 minute.
Yeah.
Apophis still has to go.
Right. To the other ship. Oh, Jesus. Come on, man. You're not going to make it.
Wait, also, he would have jumped to the other ship where Daniel just was a second ago and somehow beat Daniel first.
So this shot of Chloral is inserted.
Yeah, so you can clearly see it right there. Yeah.
Right.
I always thought it looked weird.
Got him out of there.
Honestly, this bugs me because how did Daniel beat him? It doesn't make any sense. Or
now the Apophis and Chloral are already gone.
Is it confirmed that they left through the gate?
Yes,
or was it?
It is.
Okay.
There's nowhere else to go.
Well, I was wondering if there was an escape pod and they just yeeted them for a long time.
No, they would have been floating out there with the gliders.
Punch it.
I think they're going to reuse that shot they just did for like ever because I think they use it again in other episodes.
A lot of these are that way.
Oh.
And somehow the explosion does not translate through that Stargate.
I was going to say.
Yeah, same. And that was SG-1, suckers. Go away, Samuels. I saw this great advert on
Good
Pick
shot.
TV that we have in the UK where it was advertising Stargate SG-1 and they had no dialogue. They were just cutting like loads of random big explosions and cool scenes. And all you hear, the only dialogue you hear is Hammond going, "That was SG-1." And I was like, yeah.
Yep.
High
five.
That's right. Cool shot.
Yeah. Expensive shot.
And these two gliders will make up the X-301.
Yeah.
The bumper sticker situation.
Yes, the US Air Force bumper sticker.
Yeah. Jacob's gonna be salty.
Salty Jacob. But at least we'll have a nice view before the end.
No, Gene Deanna did say the gate room may have been farther away from the explosions. Well, one of the C4 was
the C4 is attached to the Stargate.
Yeah.
He literally saw it as he was approaching the gate.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. You know what? If I were to die and like all dramatically, I'd want it to be like this.
Not a bad way to go. Freezing in space.
Hogwild just said, never mentioned, but there is now a Stargate floating in Earth's orbit.
If it survived.
Yeah. Man, imagine a third gate on Earth. Just add to the mess. I'd love for it to enter the atmosphere and the Chinese to take it or something, and then it'd be a big argument.
The Chinese
have the other. Oof. Yep.
I don't know.
Like they're just floating out there having a nice time.
Yeah.
I mean, do you though? Apophis isn't dead. Let's calm down.
But they thwarted.
They don't know that.
They thwarted the attack. So it'll be a while before they can do another. Or not.
It's funny how long Apophis survives.
Yeah,
honestly.
and it's the first 2 Hataks destroyed by SG-1 since the inception of Stargate Command.
This is one of Jonathan Glassner's favorite shots.
It's pretty cool.
Just hope the bays are big enough for the gliders to fit in.
I was going to say, because how does the team make it from the damaged glider to the Endeavour without spacesuits?
Well, the hatch is open.
Just drive right in there. Okay.
I think we have to assume that they fit.
Mac
So.
Bolan's conscience said Jacob has a reason to be salty. It's his favorite planet. That's a great.
Also, a little important side note that Garshaw of the Tok'ra claims that there were Tok'ra operatives aboard those ships that exploded.
Yeah. But they weren't going to do anything.
Nope.
Didn't look like it, no.
Hammond of Texas.
And this is the first Hammond of Texas reference.
Tony Amendola, you are also bald under there. So
that's true.
Remember, let's not judge others.
I don't think he's judging. Teal'c's bald.
No, I'm just making a joke.
Yeah.
I'm sad the you with the crown of marble didn't continue, because that's one of my favorite quotes from Hathor.
That was a classic line. So it's obviously later revealed in Citizen Joe that the cover story for this destruction of Apophyse's fleet was the massive solar flare activity.
Oh yeah, good excuse.
Yeah. So Joe Spencer attempted to use those reports to prove to his estranged wife that those visions
he
were
used so many
SG-1 were real.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Which I love. I like that they're waiting till like Hammond's deliberately waiting till the last minute to be the most dramatic about this.
Yep.
Yes. He might as well have gift wrapped.
Yeah, just put a bow on
Daniel
him.
Jackson and rolled him in. Aww.
My boo.
Also, what's the relevance of the space monkey?
It's an ad lib.
Okay.
Yeah. I love that he just says that though. It's pretty cute. This big smiley, so cute.
Yeah, both of them just look so genuine.
Everyone's
Actually,
so happy.
everyone does.
This is, an important shot, a nice shot.
Great
Look
shot.
at this, Like, we did it, guys. We're back. We survived.
It's the advantage of pulling away the back wall to get that shot.
Oh yeah, they would have to pull away the back.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a good point. Oh, man. Oh,
Serpent's
man.
Lair, everyone.
That was
What
better
a
than
great
I remember.
episode.
There are a lot of issues, obviously, because especially back in this kind of period, I feel like TV wasn't as consistently trying to make sure they didn't have loads of mistakes and stuff. And I guess they didn't necessarily know they were going to bring back Apophis, so they didn't know the timing was going to be so. But yeah, I think that despite that, so it's all right episode. It's not one of my favorites, but the nostalgia is definitely there. It got me in all my feels. I like the fact that it brought Raytak back and Samuels, and it was a nice little kind of nostalgia moment for the first season, bringing it back.
Yeah,
all
just a nice reunion of some good reoccurring characters
and our favorite villain, the OG.
Yeah, of
Earthlight
course.
video provided by NASA. We hope you enjoyed the Serpent's Lair, everyone.
Yeah. I don't quite know what to rate this.
5 out of 7.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, seeing as we don't do halves, I think I'd
Correct.
also have to go with 5 out of 7, or maybe 4 out of 7.
What did I give Within the Serpent's Grasp? Do we remember?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I think it does.
Why?
I think because Within the Serpent's Grasp, I think is slightly lower than Within the Serpent's within
The Serpent's Lair?
Yeah, sorry, Within the Serpent's Grasp is lower than the Serpent's Lair, yeah.
Anthony's 5, Raj is 6, Jed Ted is applause, Jed Ted is 7,
I would say maybe a 4.
6.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with 4.
Mac Bolan's Conscious is 7, Gene Diata, Space Monkey is also in the lyrics. We didn't start the fire. Hogwild is 4, Gene Diata is 7. So
That's
you're going
true.
with you guys are going with 4s?
Yeah.
I think I'm going
Okay.
to go with 4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good episode. I just don't love it, and also because I know the whole show. There are so many other episodes that do this kind of level of we're all gonna die, Earth's gonna go, and do it better. For example, I think There But for the Grace of God was so like terrifying. Like it was like the doom felt so real because it was already there.
That's true.
And after coming off of there, but for the grace of God, and basically doing the same thing again, but for our reality.
This is a diet version of the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair.
So it's not as like, wow, you know, you're like, oh, it's the same thing, I'm doing it again, but we know that it's going to be a positive outcome. So, you know.
Yep. No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Yeah. Right. So, but
That's
still a good
very
time,
reasonable.
as you would say.
I give it a 5 because it's a culmination of a number of different stories. The visual effects were good at the time, and I give it a 5.
Anthony Rawling says I gave Within Serpent's Grasp a 4. So they're the same. Yeah, I don't think I want to give it a 5. I think I'd leave it the same. If anything, I want to go back and give the other one maybe a 3, but I think that's too harsh. And Raj Luthra says, I give all of season 1 5 out of 7 chevrons.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Like to know the reasoning.
Yeah. If you don't dip below a 5 ever in the entire show, your scale is wrong. So you have to, in context of maybe one season you don't, but in context of the entire show, you have to think of which episodes are your least favorite, and your least favorites would be the ones. So
I think he means like overall, if he had to give the whole season like a rating, I guess.
Oh, all of season 1, 5 out of 7.
Yeah. So like for example, for me,
I gave.
Okay,
I understand now.
Okay.
I think I'd give all of season 1 for me about 5 as well, maybe 4 because it's a bit, you know.
Yeah, I think I'd do a 4 for all of season
overall.
I'm gonna have to think about that. I'm not ready to answer that.
So. I'm looking forward to looking at all the ratings when we eventually finish this, and we see like our comparatively. Yeah, but I feel like honestly, season 2 is going to probably be my lowest. I think, but I'm excited because these are just going to get better because you guys make the experience better. So,
butter me up. You guys ready to move on to the next show?
Yeah, I am very excited for this one. This is an intense one, and there's a lot of like good stuff.
Let's cue it up and see where we go from here. So, this is going to be In the Line of Duty.
Very exciting.
202, and our introduction to the idea of the Tok'ra, which Teal'c has been keeping to himself for some strange reason.
That's true. There's actually the introduction of a few different things, which
I was going to say the Ashrak as well.
The Ashrak? Yeah, mention when the episode starts.
For sure.
I'll save the rest for your list, Yvie.
Oh, thank you.
Give you some material to work with.
You guys ready to go?
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, In the Line of Duty in 5, 4, 3, 2. Welcome back to the Wormhole Extremists. My name is David. I'm with Yvie.
Hello.
And Nicole.
Hello.
And we are on Nasia, also known as Vancouver.
Yeah, it's the Bunsen Lake in BC.
Okay. This is one of the coolest glider sequences
of
the show.
This is such a good introduction.
It's just straight into the action.
Yep.
I could feel you trying to do the intro there, David, and just like trying to get through it quickly.
I know, because it's a great opening sequence. There's no time to dilly-dally.
Stargate does a lot of that, so
this is a great mix of stock shots and new shots. So
yeah, it's so well done. You barely notice it as well.
It's just high octane, just right off the bat.
And they use this for the intro.
We're like not even a minute in.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, Raj Luthra said someone should make a spreadsheet with all of our ratings. Oh, we have someone on that already.
Anthony's doing that.
Anthony's doing it. Yep.
Yeah.
I love this. It reminds me a lot of Chulak from Children of the Gods. A lot of nostalgia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a very similar exercise.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some good makeup.
That's a lot of burns.
It looks real. It looks very realistic.
I love that he said that. He's alive, but he's gonna wish he wasn't. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be painful recovery.
Yep.
Oh, here we go, guys. Everything is about to go terrible. Oh, I love it. I'm so excited. It's
Well
so good.
done.
Like
I
hearing
remember
it
that
and
just
seeing
like,
it.
yeah. I remember just thinking she was absolutely screwed.
Yeah, she's
When
screwed.
you hear and see it, you're
She's
just like,
Kowalski'd.
what? Yeah. Like, how are they going to come back from this one? And that's what's great. Stargate always does that with its episodes, you know? It's always going, oh, how are they going to come out of this one? And you know they're going to make it, but like, how? Jed Ted said, did Daniel wear the bucket hat before this? Yes, I distinctly remember him wearing it in Narmalaya. Wait, I thought he wore it in
There's a couple. Wasn't
Thor's
it
hammer and
Thor's
stuff.
hammer? Yeah, pretty sure. I didn't see any Jaffa.
Well, everyone was coming in screaming, so.
Yeah, coming in hot.
For sure.
And Jack gave him a little point being like, hey. Oh, this episode is so dramatic. I love it. Like, I can't wait for all the shouting and the pointing of guns to begin. It's going to be great.
So obviously, you've already mentioned that this is the key episode that introduced the Tok'ra and Jolinar. It's also the episode that marks the second mention of the System Lords as the Goa'uld leaders. The first was Thor's hammer.
Wow.
So far, we've only heard about Apophis Ra and Nirti. We also learned that the SGC has grown to 12 teams. And we obviously learn a little bit more about symbiotes and that they can enter a host without leaving a scar. And Goa'uld can control a host without making its presence known. And we also learn that a Goa'uld can voluntarily leave a host without killing it. And the last thing that we learn that Dr. Fraser's first name is Janet.
Wow.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Janet now?
Those are great.
These are some great things coming up.
I know. It's a fantastic episode. It is. I also have a lot of backstory on Jolinar and Nazia from the season 2 roleplay book, Friends and Foes.
Cool.
So I don't know when you want me to weave that in.
When it gets light on comments.
Yeah, probably. There's some quiet moments in the hospital.
Nah, they were going after something.
Yeah. Oh, Cassandra's coming back in this episode.
Correct.
It's Katie Stewart's last episode as Cassandra.
Correct. Yeah, then Colleen comes back in season 5.
Yeah. Exactly. And I didn't realize that Peter LaCroix, who plays the Azrak, I didn't realize that he also plays Kendrick in the season 7 episode revisions.
Yep.
And it blew my mind. So I was only yesterday years old when I discovered that.
Yesterday years old.
The little details you don't get until later.
I know. Because I know there's a lot of repeat actors, but I think I've mentioned this before. I'm pretty sure I have facial blindness, so I just didn't piece it together until I saw the pictures side by side. And another excellent episode directed by Martin Wood.
Mm-hmm. Isn't the Ashrak in revisions? Doesn't he play like the guy that has the son?
Yes, he does.
Oh, it is?
Yeah,
yes, I think it is him.
Harling has a wife. Harling has a wife, and the other guy has the son.
Harling.
And they split off in pairs.
Yeah,
I can't remember his
Christopher Heyerdahl's
Kendrick.
character, yeah.
His name's Kendrick.
It is? Okay.
Who, the Azrak one or Harling's
No.
one?
Yeah, the Azrak guy who plays the father in revisions.
Palin is Holling's character. Is Holling's, Christopher Heyerdahl's character. Okay, but we'll get to that in 6 years. And Jolinar's keeping her mouth shut. She's trying to figure out what the heck's going on here.
She looks stressed.
Amanda's playing her very different.
I like how upright she is, and her jacket's open, and
Jack like a little punch in the arm.
Yeah, it makes me so uncomfortable. Like, don't do that.
It is awkward as heck. So obviously,
she hit him on the shoulder.
Jolina's in control, and she doesn't know how to handle. Like, she doesn't understand.
But she should have access to her memories. So
well, she shouldn't she?
Maybe they're like not all triggering at the right time. So like, maybe she's picking up some stuff that she had with her brother. So she's like, oh yeah, that seems normal.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, the small abrasion on the back of the throat. I wonder why. She hasn't said it yet, but you know, I know it's coming. This is the episode where I learned what abrasion is. So Thanks, Stargate.
Ugh.
Yeah, it looks like it hurt.
That would
But
hurt.
did she just shove that at the back of her throat?
Yeah.
Yeah, just
that would
like
make
a
me
little
throw
swab.
up. I can barely do my COVID tests, you know? Like, damn.
Well, I had mono when I was like 2021, and I ended up having chronic tonsillitis as a result. And I can confirm that that's how they do swabs.
Grim.
So this is the British Columbia Children's Hospital.
Yep.
Lockwatch just said, how come the doctors are shining that little flashlight in her eyes? She likes doing that.
Well, we haven't gotten to window of opportunity yet.
I was going to say.
Yes.
It's really nice to see Cassie again. I'm really excited to see her.
Ongoing story.
Yeah, it's, Stargate is very episodic, but having all these reminders and characters returning is really important.
What is that about?
Yeah, I don't understand either.
Yeah, I feel like that's his way of like healing. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Anthony Rawling said we didn't start doing our ratings until after Emancipation. So I feel like at some point we need to go back and fix that.
We can, for sure. Whoops.
Oh, this is so cute. This is so... Oh, I love her.
Cute.
I want to give her a hug.
She's an adorable kid. I
like her sweater.
Yeah, me too.
It is a cool sweater.
Uh-oh.
See, what I don't understand is if Cassie can sense
the Naquit in her blood,
why doesn't Tilk though?
It hasn't happened. It's not been made a story point yet.
Okay.
It happens by like season 5.
Yeah, I also think though Tilk wasn't like close enough. He doesn't go and hug Sam every day. And I guess maybe he thought that maybe if we make up an excuse, he maybe had a bit of a vibe, but was thinking maybe Junior was acting up a bit.
Yeah. You may have to.
Yeah, maybe.
He does have to get like pretty close.
Yeah.
So,
Cassandra was like neck and neck, so
I'm fine, thanks.
Yeah.
So.
I do love that Cassie's like, oh, something's wrong. I want Jack.
I'll only talk to Jack. Yeah.
It's nice that she trusts him.
God, the height difference.
I know she's a short lady and he's a tall dude.
Yeah, she's tiny.
She's petite.
Do they reuse this hospital in other episodes?
I'm sure.
Yes, they've already used it before.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember the episode.
I love that he joins her on the floor. It's really cute. Really cool. That's Sam. I'm dying.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he's like, come on.
Kill you. Yeah.
I think they might have used this hospital in Cold Lazarus.
Yes, that makes sense.
I love how she just draws out the suspense.
Yeah.
Good job, Cassie. You're setting up the episode well.
Yep. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, she just wants to yeet out of there.
Yes, Yvie. Oh my god. I love that these two guys are like, Jesus.
She really should just be
character.
And I believe in equality. But like, my first jump to would be like, I mean, is it her time? Is she okay? Like, that's what I would be thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Of the month, not menopause. Let's not confuse things. Because women can get really antsy. It's a really bad time for us. Oh, yes.
Oh, that was very shrewd.
What's it? An elephant? Is that the rating she gives
That was
it?
enough to take down an elephant. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, look at us. Oh, here we go. She's about to turn. So good.
So do you think has Jolinar like neutralized it?
Nah, it's coming. It's coming. It's
Yeah,
just
it takes a
taking
minute.
lot longer.
Yeah. Well, that those two put together, yeah.
Yeah.
Great sequence.
Yeah, I love the way that like Teal'c and Daniel are just so shocked there because they were given no warning.
Yeah. I wish my brain would work this well under pressure.
Hogwild said it was using Cold Lazarus, the hospital he believes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Cold Lazarus, yeah.
And he says they agreed with me and didn't even notice my post. Yeah.
I didn't know you could do this with a grenade. Wow. You could put the pin back in.
Before it, like, before everything kind of drops.
Before it releases, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mm.
And there's the answer.
Yeah.
What other details do you have, Yvie?
So I found this quite interesting. So a bit of Nausea backstory. So apparently Jolinar fled to the planet to hide from the Goa'uld. And in an effort to disguise herself, the symbiote took a new host.
Correct.
Apparently that guy's name is Quinta, while Rosha, the previous host, left the planet by Stargate. And the Ashrak sent to pursue Jolinar fell for that tactic and ended up following Rosha.
So he killed Rosha.
So the Ashrak eventually discovered that Rosha was no longer hosting Jolinar and retraced her steps back to Nausea. Cronus was too impatient and ordered an attack on Nausea in the hopes of drawing Jolinar out of hiding.
So it was Cronus. Okay, that makes sense.
It was Cronus, apparently, yeah. And apparently, I didn't know this, but apparently Jolinar is different from the other Tok'ra. She was not spawned from Egeria.
She's not?
No, apparently not.
Whoa!
She's a turncoat?
She was an underling of Cronus that fought past her genetic memory and grew to oppose her kind philosophically.
I'm sorry, this is a big deal. Why is it
I know
it's because it's not canon. It's
not canon.
It should be.
It's not
A
canon.
It's
B canon. Yeah.
That's really cool. Apparently she attempted to mount a rebellion against Cronus during his conflict with Apophis, but her attempt was foiled when the two system lords joined forces against her. And this would eventually be known as the Rebellion of Malkshaw. So although it was a failure,
so Jolinar Malkshaw,
that's what she's known for.
Jolinar saw it as like a spark of hope, and it would later form her identity as a member of the Tok'ra rebellion.
Wow,
that's so cool.
I buy it.
Yeah.
I'd watch that.
I liked it. I really liked it. I was like telling Adam about it, and I was like all animated, and I was like, "How cool is this?"
Hogwild says they confirmed that Cronus ordered the attack against Jolinar in fair game. I'm not surprised.
Yes. Yeah, because they start talking about the beef that everyone has with each other in fair game, like how Teal'c also doesn't like Cronus for reasons. Lockwatcher says the Children's Hospital was also used for Nicholas Ballard in Crystal Skull, which
makes sense.
That makes sense.
Yep.
And I feel bad for these people. They've just been completely moved to another world, and they just it's quite jarring.
Yeah, so apparently here, Daniel is actually wearing the SG-1 insignia off base.
No!
You can see the patch on his arm, on his left arm.
I'll be darned.
And, that obviously would be naughty. And we just saw everybody else enter the hospital, and they were wearing those green jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they've just got a bunch of aliens on their planets. People are going to wonder, who these people are. I just hope no one asks too closely. As a shipper, I love this moment just because Jack's just having a lot of trouble kind of dealing with the fact that he's going to have to go and interrogate Sam, and she's not,
Sam plus one.
home. Yeah,
exactly. Or from what they know, there's no coming back from.
Yeah, there's no they don't know of the Toker yet.
Yeah,
even Teal'c doesn't even consider that as a possibility.
One of my favorite things is that Teal'c's always the one that Sam and Jack lean on whenever like one of them is missing or like in a bad spot. And then he actually raises that point to them. He's like, hey, you guys equally seem to be like doing this, with each other. It's weird.
Well, he's such a steady, stable person, so
he's a good observer.
Good in a crisis.
Yeah. This is an interesting way for like Teal'c to approach this, Yeah.
Gould arrogance. Do not see your friend.
I love that he's trying to remind his friend that, like, I feel
an
like
SG-1 sticker on the door. Look at that.
I feel like they're always like Teal'c never leans too much on people, and people don't really lean on him. And this is a nice moment of Teal'c kind of giving his friend something.
I love this musical moment in this episode. Joel was great.
Creepy. Yeah, it's great.
Hey, what's up? Here we go.
Yvie, would you consider this a shipper episode for you?
Not really, no.
It is for me.
There are some parts for sure, like sure, like you just said, like him having that moment in the locker room.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's it screams shipper episode.
I just get excited when they like touch each other because they never touch.
This is some damn good acting from
This is some damn good, like, lighting as well. The set looks great.
It does.
Exactly. Is it kind of like perfectly just illuminates one half of her face, which is so symbolic.
Not only do I'm putting my arms up.
I'm annoyed that like Jolanar's not being a bit more like forthright. Like
she doesn't know who she's dealing with.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
But she isn't she is inside Sam, so it's kind of. I wish she'd kind of reach in a bit more. And
that's true, because she'd have, like you said, she'd have Sam's access to Sam's memories, so she'd know who these people are, what they do, and their importance to Sam. So yeah, you would have thought that she'd be a little bit more understanding, but I guess she's been running from the Goa'uld for so long on her own. She's maybe sort of reluctant to accept any kind of like quote unquote new allies. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is inconsistent because apparently we find out here that Jolinar entered this man through the back of the neck.
Yes, that's true.
And Toker don't do that.
I think there wasn't it just a case of like emergency? Yeah. Just jump quickly.
I don't think that wouldn't have been an emergency at that time. What we just saw was an emergency. I think it's just inconsistent. The Toker came along, 8 episodes later, and they changed it. Oh, Daniel, slow down.
Oh, yeah, a bit more sensitive.
So apparently this woman is in the Waltons. Lockwatcher says, I'm not sure how Mary Ellen got off the Walton Mountain and landed on another planet.
Yeah, I haven't seen that show, but I did read when I was doing my research that she was.
Interesting. A main character on the Waltons, Judy Norton Taylor.
Oh, Daniel, you put on the wrong clothes, buddy.
I like that he walked past this room, didn't look too hard, and it's like, man, you should have looked a bit harder.
Just a wee bit.
That's another little slight goof, is that he's pulled all this hospital equipment. Why wasn't there an alarm that was alerting the hospital staff to the issue?
Plot armor.
Well, wasn't that a doctor there?
Yeah.
I don't know.
But like he's literally pulled apart, like breathing machines and such. That was
He should have let off some sort of alarm somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Yeah, gross. That my gag reflex. Oh, we could not take that. No.
Can you imagine keeping that?
Definitely not.
No.
I would not. No. Out of all the places I could store that, it would not be in my throat. Okay, just saying.
Yeah.
There's a reason you have to bend over and cough in prison. Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't a doctor just come in? So the doctor did come, but it wasn't for that. There weren't any alarms. So yeah. I love that when did he have time to wrap this doctor up and stuff him in this bed,
Between these two scenes.
He assumably has no medical experience, so how did he perfectly attach all of the equipment?
Yeah, it's a little far-fetched.
It's okay. We look past that.
Yeah. I would just put the body in the bathroom and be done with it.
Dan Ben said, I thought the blending process didn't happen because Sam was fighting it and didn't let the Toker take complete control. No, but they have scraps of each other's essence,
Mm-hmm.
Like they know something. That's the only reason I wish Joanna kind of reached in a little bit more, grabbed some memory.
Yeah, we can leave.
Logo just said maybe the guy was using the healing device under the bandages. Maybe that's what was the glow.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe it was in his stomach healing him. Yeah, and then he threw it back up.
I wonder if Jolinar would have... I guess Jolinar would have actually left Sam once she got off world.
Yeah, I feel like, she wouldn't just keep her. She's rude. It's funny that no one believes Jolinar.
Yep.
Is it ever confirmed that this is Jolinar or Sam?
I think it's Jolinar.
I think it's Jolinar as well. Jolinar's not willing to let go and let Sam in.
Yeah.
I don't think she'd let her. Not in this moment.
Because watch the reaction now.
Yeah, just the complete sudden switch.
And then it just switched back. Yep.
I'm just making my rounds.
So another thing, surely this guy is the Ashrak would be a Goa'uld as well, wouldn't he?
Yes.
So why can't he sense the symbiote? He's using this machine to scan everybody.
Wait, is he? He is
a Goa'uld. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
he's a Goa'uld.
So why can't he sense the Naquadah?
I don't know.
Look, Yvie. Don't ask.
Because if he just stands next to him in the shot and then he walks away, we'd be as an audience going, "What the heck?"
Yeah. Yeah, I think definitely we needed it just to understand what his job is.
Weapon too.
Yeah. System Lords. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to get to those season 5 episodes.
Of course there is.
Why didn't she lead with this? Why didn't she lead with I'm part of the Tok'ra?
Honestly, so frustrating.
Well, I don't think she trusted the humans until she started talking to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pleasure to meet you.
Uh-oh.
The way he's just absolutely cacking himself. I love it.
Yeah.
He's yo, what? I love it. It's really funny. Tilk often doesn't deliver much information about other stuff until it crops up.
He also, the magnetic strip on his car was facing the wrong way.
Yeah. Wow, thanks for that.
Okay, thanks.
Well, I mean, he can't, even if he was an actual doctor, he can't divulge too much on this woman's medical history if he's not part of the family. So that would be a pretty appropriate response.
I think it was his indifference in acknowledging Daniel.
Yeah. I don't know. Some doctors have poor bedside manner.
That's true. They kind of suck.
I wonder what it is
Yeah.
that she sees in the blood work that makes her go, oh, that's
It's not the same person.
patient.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have loved to know what the identifier was.
It's Dr. Jacobs. Oh, no.
We have a security issue. Logwatcher said, Teal'c, saying, are you sure I did not mention the Tok'ra? That's what I'm wondering. He just never mentions it before.
Yeah. So do you think he learned of the Tok'ra sort of through
It's a legend.
Apophis? Yeah. Because it kind of makes sense, like if Apophis joined forces with Cronus to, deal with Jolinar, if you want to believe the
I think the Jaffa know just the Jaffa have their legends just like any other culture does.
Yeah.
Because they fought these beings at some point. I don't know if they light her differently in this episode or what it is, but they make her look distinctly different in my opinion.
She looks like all
she looks
kind of
very
like
pale.
intense.
I think they've done something with her
like her
makeup.
jaw looks very like not skeletal, but like you can definitely see like like there are shadows, a lot more shadows, and like a sunken kind of look about her face.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of makeup and lighting.
Yeah, good job them. Enemy of my enemy is my friend, guys.
Sometimes.
And you just never wanted to mention them.
There we go.
Till now.
Braytak brought him up, yeah.
I know they complain a lot about the Tok'ra not being helpful enough, but the Tok'ra did a lot. And got them out of a lot of pickles, so.
Yeah, well, they were on their own for so many years. So...
Yeah, I get why they're just so rude. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, just not used to collaborating. They don't play well with others.
I mean, they're Goa'uld by nature, so
that's true.
There's going to be some common things.
I mean, you do. You just don't realize it yet.
Right. You'll see him. You could say that.
I like that the Marine has made like a little inside joke.
Here we go.
So they know she's been hunted by the Ashrak, but they keep her enclosed in that tiny cell.
For her protection.
Yeah, I guess, but also makes her an easier target.
Right, but they have not, I mean, where else are they going to put her? They have no way to,
it's true.
verify her story. Where else are they going to send her?
I guess they do have guards posted at the door.
Very helpful, Jolinar. Thank you. I mean...
this is what this guy does.
Yeah, see, he is Goa'uld.
Yeah. I really like the speech she gives to him when he finally comes to get her. It's really like kind of powerful. It kind of shows like how dedicated to the
cause,
resistance and cause.
Yeah.
That Jolinar is. It's great.
Yeah, give us something,
Yeah.
Give us the coordinates to your home base.
I would really like her to just say, put me in one of those, like, big jars where you keep me alive a little bit, and then...
Oh, here we go.
I want to know how she knows about Sharae.
Because I think she has a bit of Sam. Like, she can pull some of it without needing...
Yeah, she's got Sam's knowledge.
But how does Jolinar know where Sharae is?
It's an intelligence
I was
thing.
gonna say intel, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, because she probably knows.
Or is she lying, do you think? Is
No,
she
I think they
accessing
probably
Sam's
know
memories and lying?
his planet.
She probably has intel on Apophis and his waifu, and then she's probably just seen into the memories of Sam and gone, oh, connect the dots.
Yeah. That really is a multi-purpose little.
It is.
Yeah, that's a lot
that he's got, right?
Similar to a hand device.
Yeah, it does so many different things.
I like how they keep saying he, and they don't realize that Jean identifies as female.
Takes female hosts.
Yeah. Because doesn't Martouf correct Sam later? Because they all assume it's a Jean as a male.
Yes.
But they're obviously genderless.
Symbiote itself has no gender, but they choose how they're identified, yeah.
Stargate being progressive back in the 90s without us realizing it.
But we aren't there yet.
No.
Nope.
Get there one day.
And he's never thrilled with the Tok'ra anyway. Because the Tok'ra always have their own endgame.
That's actually something that I've always had a problem with Jack there. I don't know what to call it. Can I call it racism? He just, I feel like he just hates the Tok'ra because they're to him they'll always be Gould. And it's just like, oh, you can't judge just that group because of the other group. It's not
Jack
fair.
Is a product of the Cold War. He hates Russians. He hates the there's certain
I've always had a problem with that.
He has trouble giving on. Well, that's
but he's seen so many. He's seen so many atrocities out there in the galaxy caused by
jaded.
the Goa world. So it would be very hard to see them or see that species from a different angle.
Yeah, Jack has a lot of gripes that I think, like, personally, I feel like I have to move past them. I feel like I feel like him being in the position he's in, where they're having to like help out other species and make agreements and get along. I feel like it's frustrating that he's so judgy and finds it so difficult to just get over his internal crap sometimes. Like even with the Russians, in the show, that the colonel was it Zhukov?
Yes.
He's all right, he's not that bad.
Well, he's got orders of his own to bring back the Eye of
exactly.
Tiamat.
He's just following his own stuff, like Jack is. He can be a bit of a douche sometimes, but that's it in my opinion.
In Jack's position, he sort of has to consider things from all angles and assume something is bad. So he's like mentally prepared for the worst.
You know what I will say? Jack isn't a perfect human being, and I think that's important. And I'm glad that he has all these like different personal things, and he's not just a kind guy all around with no problems. It is really good, and it adds depth to character. It just makes me sad. I want him to be happy and not be so salty at everyone.
I don't think he'll ever
had a lot of
happy.
No,
but content maybe.
He's had a tough life.
Oh, here it comes, guys! I'm so excited.
It's a cool visual effect.
Yeah. So there was a bit of a poll on one of the Stargate like forums on Facebook about the best speeches by characters in Stargate.
And this is one of them?
I think this would have to be one of them.
Oh, this is so good. I always quote this. I'm not going to do it now, but yeah. I just love that because it's like to the fans of the show who are watching, it's like such a strong indicator of how much she cares about taking down the Gould. Amanda's a brilliant actress because like the amount of stuff they have to fake, and she's always able to give it her all.
Yeah.
Like damn. Like I felt that. That looked like it hurt. Why are these guys listening?
They didn't see the glowing light?
No, yeah, they didn't. That is not what he wants to hear. Prisoner and 2 guards dead? No.
How is he getting all the military parlance having come from a Nassian man, though? That's what I don't get. As you were, he's picking up all these things. It's like, you were a Nassian man, before you were anything. That's not a military human that that
So,
Gould Ashrak
Yeah.
isn't
Can we
sign
just
up.
appreciate that Jack just
This-
stroked Sam's hair? It was a big
Yep.
deal.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
And this would count, I guess, as a second death for Sam after the knocks.
To a degree. She's not fully gone
Hmm.
yet. She's not fully gone yet, and almost death.
Well, they're performing CPR, so she must be dead.
But isn't CPR like... Is CPR to get the rhythm appropriate?
Well, they got her back now because the pulse is erratic.
But this guy is so suspicious. Like what are you doing here, man?
Yep.
Oh, you missed your opportunity.
Yep.
Good job. They're all like, get out.
Get
Why
real
are
and
you
try
here?
again. Uh-oh.
It's a good moment.
I like the flashback. I like that they've done that.
Yeah.
I think it's a little unnecessary.
You're going to want to wish you didn't know.
Oh, no, I like it.
Yeah, yeah. Here we go again. Jeez.
Isn't this the one where the Ashrak, when he dies, he gets shot, he makes the noise that Jack made with his screeching and broke a divide? It's the same sound.
Ah,
I
you're
don't
right. That's the
remember
sound. Yeah.
noise. Ah.
When you hear it, you're gonna know 100%.
I'm gonna have one of those like memory flashbacks.
Well, you enjoy that. 'Cause
It's
I
when
can't
he's
hear
it's
it.
when he's throwing himself against the door in Broke a Divide.
Yeah. That's right.
So there's kind of a bit of a goof coming up, sort of. So when the Ashrak shoots the glass in front of Hammond, in between shots, the bullet mark disappears.
Oh.
Ah,
Yeah, that's
annoying.
that's definitely a goof.
Yeah, there you go. It's gone.
All right. That's upsetting.
I'm assuming it's bulletproof glass.
I don't think it's self-healing though.
I was gonna
No.
say that.
No, I'm not saying that,
Just one
but
big thing. Oh, let's listen to soundbite.
I'm sorry, Daniel.
It's the second
Oh,
one, I
and
think.
a little thing here, like Daniel
it?
isn't knocked out by the
Yeah.
zap blast. So
Nope.
do you think that's because it's absorbed by two people?
Yep.
Yeah.
He didn't get the full dose.
Mm.
Which is why the other guy didn't get knocked out either.
That soundbite was so weird. I always find a way that they reuse that of all sounds.
Dumb question. But thank you. You're welcome.
That's first time getting zadded.
I think maybe.
I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm so
Okay.
used to them all getting shot that I don't even like question that Daniel just got shot with a Zat gun there, and the Till's asking him if he's okay. Like by season 10, everyone's
They've been shot so
1,000 times.
like almost every episode.
Yeah, it's
Jolinar's going to do what she said she would.
yeah, she's good people.
Just good people.
Martouf's gonna be real sad. He's gonna be sad people. The makeup is so good in this episode because her face looked all like sunken in and ill, and now she just looks like ill in a different way.
Mhm.
Looks so
Got
tired
no
and
color,
weak.
completely drained of color.
She just got murdered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then unmurdered.
I love that you did it. You won. It's like no, she didn't.
You don't get it.
No, it's great. But I love that act of kindness that Jean did for Sam
The
is
sacrifice.
what has them trust in the Tok'ra and want to seek them out.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's the ultimate
was the proof.
sacrifice. Yeah.
Yeah, the Gould are not that selfless. Oh, the flowers! Oh my!
Oh, that's
how
right.
thoughtful.
The friendship. I don't feel like season 1 Daniel would have done this. I feel like they needed to grow and become even more besties.
Yeah.
Postpartum Gould murder.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Or Tok'ra
It's
murder.
like I guess it's kind of like almost dealing with the loss of a friend.
Yep.
I was actually putting it more to like almost like losing a child, almost like
Mm.
miscarrying or something.
Piece of herself. Yep.
Yeah, because having something like die inside you is I can't imagine it being nice.
No, and trying to separate your memories from Jolinar's memories, that would be tough.
Yeah.
Which means she will have and permanent Naquita detector.
Vibes.
Yeah.
You'll have permanent vibes. Doesn't she say, like, I get this weird feeling when I'm around Teal'c lately? And it's just like,
Yes.
Hey,
Don't we
who
all?
doesn't?
Oh, Jed Ted made a really good point. This is a great mirror episode to Enemy Within because it's the second episode of the season, much like Enemy Within was technically. It's technically the third, but technically the second. Yeah, it's really tragic that Kowalski passed away, but with this one, it's really nice. Yeah.
But with a better outcome.
Thank God.
We're moving.
Oh,
she looks
no
like
one
really
can lift
depressed.
your spirits like a child.
Like Cassie.
Yeah.
Give her a big hug. Be the big spoon in this.
The little person being the big spoon.
Those are my favorite spoons. The little ones being the big ones.
Yeah.
I'm the big spoon of my boyfriend.
I love this scene.
It's a beautiful scene. Like she can't quite meet her eye. It just
It's the fact that Cassie says you're gonna be
You'll
okay.
be okay.
It reminds me of in Singularity when she's like, "Are we gonna die?" No, we're not gonna die. And it's like, yeah, you know, like you guys have got each other in this weird like motherly daughter bond, but it's not. It's more like a aunt, I guess, in this situation.
Yeah.
Great show.
It's a really, honestly, I know that
quality
Stargate has so many
episode,
problems,
guys.
but there are so many little goofs. You know, that's what I mean by problems, goofs. But who cares? Good
you
time.
put that aside for the quality of the story.
Correct.
Yeah.
And the world
story's always too
building
good.
that it's doing.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's phenomenal. The Tok'ra, you know, a lot of people I talk to just hate the Tok'ra. Like I've got friends who when they watch it, they're like, "Oh, I hate them," and I'm like, "Well, you know what? I get them. I can't be mad at them, and I kind of love them because you know they've been around a long time and they're bitter and old. So, you know,
Yeah, we never really find out what sort of happened to them at the very end, do we? They just
they just kind of
phase
float
them
away.
out. Yeah.
Which is quite sad.
So that's in the line of duty, everybody.
Yeah,
thank you for joining us. Someone said, Jen Diata, the delay in the timing of today's stream was over 30 seconds. Usually the timer is spot on with the episode in your comments. It's in direct time with me, 44:05 on the episode and 44:05 on the timer. Are you sure you're watching the NTSC copy? 44 minutes and 15 seconds long, the whole file. All right. Just making sure.
Gene Diata gave it 2 chevrons. Whoa.
Wow.
Raj, so I guess Lockwatcher is 6. Raj is 6. Anthony is 5. Jane Diata 2. Hogwild 4. Mac Boland's Conscience 4. I give it a 5. You guys?
I was going to go 5 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
I'm going to give it 5. Yeah,
sounds right.
It's you know, I said season 2 is like a bit stinky for me, but In Line of Duty is one of my favorites. It's one of the better episodes of season 2.
It's such an important episode, though.
Yep.
It does a lot.
It lays some groundwork for so many other storylines, so
Sam's
you can't look
storyline
past it. Yeah,
gets more interesting. You know, she was always interesting, but it definitely adds more to her and her connection with the Tok'ra is
Sam
great.
show, and it's an important Amanda show in terms of her acting. So,
this is going to lead to her dad as well, and that's going to be great. The Tok'ra are great. I really love them, and I love the relationship they kind of had with Jacob.
Jacob makes it work.
He's the bridge.
He is the bridge. He is the bridge. Although the bridge does sort of collapse towards the end slightly.
Oh my God, I forgot all the bad stuff.
Crumbles away a little.
The Tok'ra, they leave for a little while.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
He has to sort of build that bridge back. But I do like the Tok'ra.
It's definitely one of my top 3 or 4 for season 2.
Same.
Agreed.
The fifth race.
I don't have a lot of top ones. Fifth race. Matter of Time for me as well.
Matter of Time.
And 1969.
1969.
Those are really the others.
Those are the only ones that I like truly like love. There are ones that are good, and then there are ones that suck.
This season is not my least favorite, but I mean it's definitely not the best either. So.
For me, I think a close like second for least favorite would be season 9. I love so much of season 9, but there are so many weird middle episodes in there where I'm like, I hate it. But there's so many
show by then. It's such a different kind of series.
I agree. It's got a different vibe.
I would say the first 6 episodes with Vala are like 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah,
but you have to like Vala in order to feel that
for me. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, season 9 and season 10 are definitely down there as the seasons I don't like as
Wow.
much.
Rick's not in the show anymore.
Yeah,
you know,
I know.
His
I didn't
energy
need
is
Rick.
just not there.
I personally think, like, you know what? I love when shows change, when they need to, when it's been a long time and the same consistent thing is kind of been happening for a long time.
But what if they change into something that you don't like?
Well, sometimes you've got to take that risk, you know. It does happen sometimes where, you know, I was watching Vampire Diaries and it changed when the lead actress left and it kind of sucked, but I still really enjoyed it. But it wasn't what it was and it should have just ended.
I just sort of
but with SG-1 it was still
as being a
good.
different, I just consider it almost like a different show. It's no longer Stargate SG-1, it's something else.
It's the Daniel show,
but I mean,
for me.
Some Stargate is still better than no Stargate, and there are definitely some fantastic episodes in season 9 and 10.
Yeah, I'd say I just really don't like
just
season
not my
2.
favorite.
I'm glad that they continued the show and did something different. For sure.
I love the Ori.
Yeah,
the Ori are really terrifying in their own way, and I'm super excited for us to get there. You know, the show has so much to go.
I've just started rewatching Atlantis, and I've seen Atlantis a couple of times all the way through. But I think the Wraith are way scarier.
Yeah,
the Wraith don't really scare me.
I was never really scared by them.
I think the Wraith in terms of like their style and the way they kill you is very uncomfortable. But the Ori scare me because they are ascended, which means they are a different level of fear. Because they're so powerful. Their power and the way they can manipulate and brainwash people using religion is terrifying, because that's how you really get people. The Wraith, everyone hates them, everyone wants to kill them, and you're all in agreement that everyone wants them to die. But with the Ori, you've got everyone going, but we want ascension and they're going to give it to us. No one else is. And it's like, you know, I feel like something that can impact the masses in that way to be more terrifying than just a straight up villain. And the Wraith are just a straight up villain. Those are my feelings.
It's an interesting perspective.
Yeah. I have some writers of the Atlantis novel series who would disagree with you. I recommend you check out the episode that we did with the Stargate SG-1, the Stargate Fandemonium novel authors, because they did the Atlantis Restart novels, and they added to the Wraith in ways that I didn't think were really possible.
Well, aren't there like Wraith
worshippers?
You know, there's stuff like that. There's other elements.
Yeah,
I wish that, I think the Wraith are pretty deep and there's a certain depth to them and they're intelligent. They could line up against the ancients, you know. But the Ori were like,
well, I mean, there was more time to flesh them out as well as a race, because there was 5 seasons of Atlantis and there's only 2 seasons.
Yeah, we got a lot more fun.
Yeah, with the Ori.
That's right.
I think they could have taken the Ori in some interesting places if they'd had a little bit more time.
Yep.
Because I think they're definitely worse than the Goa'uld, but we had the Goa'uld for 8 seasons.
The Goa'uld are just such a joke compared to everything else.
Yeah, they really are.
Like, honestly, like
they've got
by
their
season
moments.
by season like 5, I'm like, God, every Goa'uld except Anubis is just pathetic. You know? Yeah.
Jeez.
I'm so Dan Ben just said 1 false step is a weird episode. Thank you. Yes, I'm not excited.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Mama Knox added in 3 chevrons, so that you know, for this episode.
Erica.
When should we do a little like just say what we'd vote Children of the Gods any within an emancipation? Because
not today.
Okay.
I'm at the end of my rope on this one. Or wrong expression. I'm out of gas. So
out of gas.
I'm not at the end of my rope.
Okay.
we can make that happen.
We've got years of this.
Oh no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, bad choice of phrase.
I had a long day yesterday with the other show, so starting
you had
at
a
noon and
schedule.
then finishing at 8:00 at night. So yeah, so
it's okay,
but this has been great with you
then.
guys. So I'm glad we're in season 2 now, and we've got a lot of good shows
Got
ahead.
a couple
We
of
got
good
a lot
weeks
of
ahead.
stinky episodes. What are you talking about?
Not next week.
Immediately
though. Next week
ahead,
some good
yes.
episodes.
What's next week?
Prisoners.
Linnea.
And yeah, I know
The Gamekeeper, which is one of my favorites.
and the Gamekeeper. Yes. No, I like both of those episodes.
Oh my God. I think Prisoners is good. I prefer how it relates to past and present. Is that the one?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And then but the Gamekeeper just get me out. No, I can't do it.
Well, you know what? You're wrong.
Oh, really? I
So,
love the Gamekeeper.
I love the Gamekeeper.
We're
I think
gonna have a good time.
fantastic.
I just can't take this. I can't. It's one of the ones I skip when I rewatch Stargate. I skip it hard. I'm like, nah,
Are
sorry,
you
I'm out.
serious?
I skip most of season 2. Most of season 2. If it's not important to the main story, and if it's not Linnea, because
No,
Linnea, I
I
will
don't
watch
think
that
I
one.
skipped
Get out.
Gamekeeper.
Nah,
No.
Noted.
you know, we are different people this season. We are different people. Season 1, I forgive everything. I'm like, yeah, every episode's great. This season, I'm like, nope, kill it.
There you go.
So we're
All
gonna
right,
have a
gang.
good time.
Nope.
I appreciate you all tuning in out there.
Yes, thanks for joining us.
You guys were great. And fun fact, Cassandra's actress was in the Nancy Drew CW series. Oh, Katie Stewart.
Cassandra's actress was also in The 100 as well.
Katie
she was
Stewart
in The 100
is?
as one of the kids. Yeah, I actually tweeted her when she was doing a question thing for The 100, and I tweeted her just being like, "Oh, what was it like being a kid actor on Stargate?" You know, and then she was like, "Oh, I had a great time. They were also
oh, good.
I was
so
like,
she responded to you. That's great.
She responded. That's
it was a few years ago,
beautiful.
like 5 years
Still,
ago.
yeah.
But it was great. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you guys tuning in to Wormhole Extremists. We'll see you next weekend for Prisoners and the Gamekeeper.
Gamekeeper.
Be well, everybody.
Gamekeeper. Indeed.
Bye.
Bye.